everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Sophie and this is my space on the internet where we do things makeup, fashion, whatever really. I like to share it with you guys, so this is my channel. In today's video we are doing my January 2019 favourites. I'm not going to do this every month because I don't try enough products monthly to justify doing it, but I'm going to do it when I've had like a great month of new products. Then I'm going to share it with you. Some of these are not like new, but they're like rediscoveries and things that I've fallen back in love with. So I thought I wanted to share it all with you in a video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I think I'll firstly start with hair because I only have one item for hair, and that is the L'Oreal Elvive Dream Length Restoring Shampoo, which is this shampoo. I started trying this when I got back from America, so it's actually been like a couple of months of use. Good talking, Sophie. I normally use the blue one before this, but I was shopping and it's for long and damaged hair, and I have long and heat damaged hair, so I'm absolutely loving this. It makes my hair feel really nice and clean, and I feel like it has done something to the length. Like my hair has grown quite a lot the last couple of months, so favourite number one. Next is skincare. I've got three things and they're all from the same brand because I think this brand has been around for a while, but I've just discovered it now. I was shopping in Boots and they have like a little one of those cardboard stands in Boots, and I've been looking for a new makeup remover and I came across the Pixi X Caroline Herons double cleanser, which has a solid cleansing oil and a cleansing cream. Now my favourite part of this product is the cleansing oil. It takes off makeup in like 2 seconds. Like, it's amazing. I don't use the cleansing cream as much. Like when I use the oil I use the cream, but I don't like use it up as quickly. So I wish they sold like the solid cleansing oil, like this half number one, in a separate thing this big, because I would use that to death. But yeah, so that was favourite number two. I've been loving it. It is rather pricey, which is why it hurts me when I have to rebuy it, because it's like £28, and why I would, because I normally just rebuying it for this side, so please come out with just this side, please. Next is another cleanser because I've been trying to sort out my skin because my skin has been a hot mess. Like, I'm just had my period, so my face is already like broken out into pieces, but I've been loving the Glow Mud Mask for deep purifying cleanser. Yeah, I've been loving it. I feel like when I use these Pixi products my skin gets so much better. I spent the last couple of days like back at uni drinking and not really looking after my skincare. I just took off my makeup with a makeup wipe, things like that. So that's probably why I've broken out really badly, because I've stopped doing my routine of Pixi products. So yeah, that's why my skin looks a little bit rough today. Anyway, the next and the final skincare product is the Pixi Glow Tonic. Now I only got a little one of this and I've not even got that far into it and I already love it. I used it last night and like these spots that are on my face were like big and red and like ready to go, and woke up this morning after using this, calm down, still bumps, but like they're not like as like evil as they were. So I've been loving this. This was a recommendation from a work colleague of mine. It says he said it cleared up his skin, so highly recommend this. Been loving it so far and I've barely touched this bottle and I'm still loving it, so you know it's good when that happens. Next on to makeup, I'm gonna start with primer and sort of like go through the makeup order. Yeah. I've been noticing during this winter that my skin has been like really dry around this part of my face here, and this is where my foundation used to break up because of oils. It would go really oily, and then I just powder it and it'd be fine, but this winter it's been really dry and like the foundation like pulls apart and separates, and a product that I've been finding that's helping with that is the NYX Honey Dew Me Up, and it's been making my foundation last longer. So I've been really loving that. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of it. I use it as a mixture of this and the Professional. So I put this on first, and then the areas where my pores are slightly bigger, which is like on my cheeks, I put a bit there just to sort of fill that in. So that is that. If you're wondering what this is because I've just filmed a video and I had a beauty spot in it, and I wanted to film another video today and I couldn't get rid of it. So let's just ignore that and just put the hair in the way and pretend that it's not there. Yeah, deal. Next thing would be foundation. Now I have 3 foundations that I've been loving in the month of January. I'm going to start with the everyday one, which is the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops. Now I did a testing video on this way back before I went to America, like back in like January last year. I did a testing video on this and I said that I liked it, and then I sort of left it because I had my favourite foundation and I just kept using that one. But since that foundation has now been discontinued / altered, L'Oreal, still not happy. I have been loving this. I wish it came in a bigger bottle because I've gone through 2 of these recently, which is not okay. And I'm about to get to need a 3rd one. It's like, I'd say a light to medium coverage, but you can build it up and it's really good for every day. And with my skin being really dry and weird recently, I've been loving it with the honey dew drops, and it works really well and lasts the working day. So that's that foundation. Next is a new one, which I also did a testing video on, which is a couple of months ago, not as far back as that, which is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation, which is what I'm wearing today. But I do have to add a white foundation to it. Please, 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 Maybelline, will you release this in a lighter shade? I love it. The coverage is amazing. Wet. The coverage is amazing and it lasts all day. It's just too dark for me. Like, even with white, it's still too dark for me. So I need them to release a different shade. I feel like there must be a lighter shade because this is 03 True Ivory, which means to me that it'd be an 01 and an 02. So I don't know, Maybelline, please release it in a lighter shade, but I still like it and I'm still going to continue to use it even though I'm cereal foundation not matching problems, but I still like it. That's that product. Everything will be listed down below in the description box that I mentioned in this video. I promise I will spend the time and put it all down there. I'm like the worst for not doing that, sorry. Next is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I rediscovered this recently for New Year's. Because my all-time favourite foundation has been discontinued and changed, I wanted to have like a really nice full coverage foundation that I knew was going to last all night for New Year's and, you know, make me look hot. Single road to mingle, need to look hot. So I got the MAC Studio Fix again and I love it again. Colour-wise, this is I think the lightest shade in NW10. Still a fraction too dark for me, so I get the white foundation and pop that in as well, but loving it. Use it for like special occasions. Fabulous. Next would be concealer. Now I have 2 concealers that I have been loving for 2 different reasons. I have been loving the Tarte Shape Tape, which is from America, but I don't use it as like a on my face concealer. I use it to prime my eyelids and do my cut creases. That's the way I've been loving it. I feel like it's a bit too much sometimes to use as concealer, and so I've been using it for cut creases and things like that. So that's what I've been loving the Tarte Shape Tape for. Next is a new one which I'm super excited for because it's a drugstore. It is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade Porcelain 320. I'm wearing this today. It is so light, it is so full coverage, it lasts all day, doesn't crease on me. I love it. Like, no foundation in my collection is as white as this, which is amazing because considering L'Oreal's foundations are lighter shades still too dark for me. The fact that they have a concealer that's light enough means L'Oreal, you can make foundations lighter too. Please do. Love it, so good. if you have the chance, get your hands on it. It is new and I've not really seen anyone talk about it, but loving it. I've used it about 3 or 4 times now and it's a solid favourite. Yeah. Next, powder. Now this is not a new thing, this is a thing that's been around forever, but I discovered it in America. I tested like a little mini version of it, and once that ran out I found I really missed it and I needed it again. So I repurchased it, which is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. The reason I think I love it so much is because when I wear it, people say my skin looks lovely. Like, I've never had as many compliments on my skin as I do when I wear this powder. So this has made me fall back in love with it. So it's not a newie. Everyone says it's amazing and it's true. It is amazing. Go get it. Next, gonna do bronzer. This is a new bronzer. I have used it on my channel before and I think I used it, did I use it? I don't remember what video I used it in, but I'm a bit funny with bronzers. Because I'm so pale, it's really hard to find a bronzer that's not like full whack pigment straight away, because I can't deal with that. My skin is too pale for that. I need to build it up slowly and take the time not to look ridiculous and have like a stupid like orange streak on my face. So I've been loving the CYO bronzer in When the Sun Don't Shine Fair. Couldn't see I've used it recently. It isn't the lightest foundation I've ever It's not the lightest bronzer I've ever used, but it's not like pigment straight away, so it's nice and buildable and you don't have to worry about having an orange streak on your face because it does build slowly and nicely, and I've been using it like every day. So that's my bronzer favourite. Next, highlighter. This was actually a Christmas present, so thank you Susie and Emily. This is the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle highlighter. It's only a little mini one, but I've been loving this highlighter for like an everyday thing on the cheeks and the forehead, because I love a forehead highlight. It's really nice, it's subtle and it gives you a nice glow. It has a slight pink undertone, but nothing huge you're going to notice, but I've been loving it and been wearing it every day to work for the last month. So yeah, thank you very much for this Christmas present. Next, I'm going to go setting powders. One of these I discovered ages ago, and I used the last drops of it like the beginning of this month, and I was like, I need to repurchase that. And it is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs and rose water. It's not a setting spray, but it is like great for remoisturising, especially if you're like me and you shove a ton of powder on your face. This saves the day so you don't look like a dry, crusty, yeah, get this. But I rediscovered it and I love it. Next is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this setting powder. Before I was using a L'Oreal one, which I think, especially in the winter, dries me out a little bit too much, whereas this you can just sort of like spray forever, like, it's lovely. It sets your makeup, makes it last slightly longer than normal, and again makes the powder sink into your skin so you're not cracked skin, cracky face. Basically, I love this, and I ordered 3, I think. I reordered 3 at the same time because I didn't want to run out, and I have to order it from Morphe.com. So it's a lot of effort, so I ordered 3 when I buy it to last me a while. Next, I'm going to go for lips, and again, this was a Christmas present. It was a Secret Santa present from Holly from Cheer, which is amazing. It is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss. Been loving it. It's such a good nude gloss. It has like a slight colour to it, but like not a ton, and it just makes your lips look glossy and they plump them a little bit. And yeah, been really loving it. It's what I'm wearing right now, obviously. Yeah, lovely present. Next, I have 2 brushes. One is not new, One came in my Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush set, which I opened, unboxed and used in a video months back, but it is the little inner corner highlight one, which I have been loving to death this month. Everyday makeup routine with my normal nose highlight, I've been taking the Glazed Donut by Ofra highlighter and popping it in the inner corner, and I just think it like brings your makeup look to the next level. So been loving that. The next brush is the Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B, which is the eyebrow one, and I was looking for a really nice thin eyebrow brush, and this is the one. Like, it is so fine, so good for like doing your brows and making them defined, but like not like thick and defined. But I can't, this brush is a lifesaver. I love it. When I'm doing my brows, it has a spoolie on one end and then obviously the really thin brush on the other. I love it. So glad I bought it. I got it off Beauty Bay, I want to say. Probably Beauty Bay. So that's that. And lastly, the final favourite of January 2019 is the one and only Morphe X James Charles palette. I love it. It doesn't look as well used, that worn, but I have done so many colourful looks with this palette. I love it. And the shade Ring Light, best eyebrow highlight ever. Amazing, makes your eyebrows just pop. I love it. If you can get your hands on it, honest to God, you need it. Like, it's amazing. You can use so many looks, everyday looks, crazy colourful looks. I'm going to continue to use this and continue to make some crazy eye makeup looks with it. So there we have it. That was my January 2019 favourites. Like I said, I'm not going to do this every month because I don't discover new products every month that become my favourites. It normally takes me a couple of weeks to get used to a product, understand it, how it works with everything else in my makeup collection. So it's more like an accumulative favourites from like the last couple of months. So yeah. That was everything that I've been enjoying recently. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. I'd love to have you back here. My name is Sophie and have a lovely day, and I really hope you check out some of these products.